April 2nd, 2025, a Collin County officer was dispatched to a stadium where a track meet was going on. A high school track meet at that. Allegedly, this kid, Austin Metcalf, was stabbed in the chest by another kid named Karmelo Anthony. When he got there, he would get to the suspect, Karmelo Anthony, and say, "I've got the alleged perp." And Karmelo Anthony would say, "This isn't alleged. I did that. He shouldn't have put his hands on me."
So Karmelo Anthony is charged with murdering 17-year-old Austin Metcalf after admitting to stabbing him in the chest at a high school track meet last year. Police say the fight started because Anthony was under another team's tent and Metcalf told him to leave. Anthony's defense attorneys say he stabbed Metcalf, who was unarmed, out of fear as a group was, quote, turning on him. But prosecutors yesterday in court showed jurors surveillance footage they say tells a different story. The footage, it's grainy and shot from a distance, but reporters inside the courtroom tell us it shows a brief confrontation between Anthony and Metcalf, not a larger group, before Anthony runs from the scene. And that fight, it only lasted about 4 minutes or so. Jurors heard emotional testimony from Metcalf's track coach. He said that Metcalf was helping lead setup efforts that day, which basically means he was in charge of setting up the tent and equipment. The coach testified and said athletes don't just go under other teams' tents. This is something that's understood between the athletes. This case, it's drawn national attention with race becoming a major issue. The final jury does not include any black jurors. Prosecutors say this case has nothing to do with race and it should be decided on the facts. This trial is expected to last up to 2 weeks, Bill, and if he is convicted, Anthony faces up to life in prison.
Anytime a black person kills a white person, or a white person kills a black person, we know that there's going to be racial divide because of the history of this country. And that's exactly what we got.
Karmelo Anthony should be swinging from a tree outside this courthouse. Karmelo Anthony should be hanging from a tree.
He wants crack ass motherfucker. You barely made it to the. You got 1 foot in the grave and 1 on a banana peel. I'm gonna push you if I get close enough.
I give everything to Almighty God.
Ain't nothing but air and opportunity. Do something. The same thing that you were gonna do to her, we both got our hands behind our back. Let's have a conversation. Why did you get in her face? Why did you get in her face? You did. You approached a black woman. Don't do that. That is a woman. 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 Pussy. That is a woman. Pussy. That is a woman. That is a woman. That is a woman. A mother. A sister. Okay, you can keep your homophobia. It's Pride Month. It's Pride Month, and we got hella pride.
So as you see, a trial about a teenager killing another teenager quickly became more than that. It became a situation where 2 different backgrounds of extremists found a way to create content, found a way for them to disrespect each other, found a way for them to not look at the facts, but found a way to push an agenda of hate that is coming from both sides. Well, today, Karmelo Anthony was found guilty.
I just got some notes from our local reporter who is inside the courtroom. So when that guilty verdict was read, I'm told that Karmelo Anthony was crying. He was shaking. His defense attorney kept his arm around his shoulders the entire time. And also I'm told that Austin Metcalf's twin brother, Hunter, this was the first time he was inside the courtroom when that guilty verdict was read. I'm told it was really emotional from both sides after that murder verdict. And as for what's next, Will, now it's the sentencing phase. He is charged with murder, so he could face up to life in prison. The same exact juror, they're the ones who decide how long he remains behind bars. And that's what this sentencing phase sentencing phase is. That reporter inside the courtroom tells me that Karmelo Anthony's mother, she's already taken the stand. This is a direct quote. She said, quote, "He is my oldest, my firstborn, my baby. I love him very much." I'm told that she had mascara running down her face and asked the jury, quote, "Please have mercy on my son." And then the prosecutor sort of cross-examined her and said, "Isn't it true you could still have a relationship with your son while he's behind bars?" So this is sort of the next phase right now. The jury's going to decide how long he is behind bars for, and they're going to call some character witnesses, including his mom that you just heard from. And I'll step out of the way. I mean, outside the courtroom, we've been expecting this, Will, but about 100 Karmelo Anthony protesters, it erupted out here. At least one person was detained after they read that guilty verdict. And as you can see, it is all hands on deck when it comes to the sheriff's office. They prepared for this. There's been barriers out here and really tight security the last few days.
What do you want us to do? What do you want us to do at this point? What? I'm lost for it. I don't know what to do. I got 5 boys. I don't know what. I ain't got nothing to tell them no more. You can't walk away no more.
Rest in peace, Trayvon Martin.
Let me ask you this right now.
I forgot, and the twin brother would have been with him. What did you see?
They should have both been arrested.
They should both have been dead. The both brothers. Both of them should have been dead. You ask me? Don't record me. I asked you not to record me. Like I said.
Man, Anthony found guilty of murder. Oh, bro, like, oh, no white person has ever had a jury of their peers be all black, and a black person shouldn't have to accept that either. Well, you're going to. You're going to. Again, if it was up to me, we'd put this dude in front of a firing squad, and we do it publicly. I say, you want to protest for Karmelo? Show up to the execution. Show up. You can watch him die. That's what I do. I hate these people. I do. I hate them. I hate, like, anybody that's going around defending this is fucking insane. Like, they are an insane, literal racist. And also, by the way, none of these people, like, do you really think letting a knife murderer out is, like, good for black people? It's not good for anybody. Somebody that does this is going to do that to somebody else.
So, in my personal opinion, man, I'm going to be honest with y'all. I think that Karmelo Anthony was cooked from the beginning. Trying to take this all the way to the door, thinking that you had any type of chance to avoid a guilty verdict and to be off scot-free was never in the cards, in my opinion. Listen, man, anytime that there are 10 witnesses taking the stand saying, yo, Karmelo, he provoked it. They asked him to leave like 15 times. He wouldn't leave. He was actually being stubborn. He was actually provoking the situation. He kept saying, yo, touch me, see what happened. Touch me, see what happened. While he has his hand in his book bag, holding on to what we now know is a knife. 10 people said that. There was no reason to go to trial at that point, in my personal opinion. Especially when you don't have anybody that can testify and say, you know what, Karmelo wasn't in the wrong. The only thing his defense did for him was say, well, it's not illegal to carry a knife. Yeah, but it's prohibited on school grounds. So the question would be, why did he bring a knife? And the only person that could answer that is Karmelo Anthony. And Karmelo Anthony never took the stand. I know in a lot of trials, most of the time the accused do not take the stand, but actually it's more than likely in a self-defense trial that the accused is going to take the stand, because they're the only ones that can give an account for as to why they did what they did. Karmelo Anthony could explain why he had a knife at school. He could explain why he felt the need to pull out that knife. Whether it's, yo, they were about to jump me, I feel like my life was in danger, he's bigger than me, whatever the excuse may have been, you know that's what the jurors want to hear. On top of that, it's only been said that a light shove happened, or possibly Austin Metcalf just touched him and a knife came out and he stabbed him. In this country, self-defense, you have to meet force with equal force. Meaning, if I punch you, you're allowed to punch me back. If I touch you, you're allowed to touch me back. If I push you, you're allowed to push me back. It has to be a reasonable explanation why you use deadly force. Meaning, if 7 people were standing over me, stomping on me, and I felt like I was going to die, then I can pull out a knife. Then I can pull out a gun. That wasn't this type of situation. He was asked to leave 15 times. He said, touch me, see what's going to happen. The law says you cannot provoke me. The law says you cannot provoke someone and then claim self-defense. For instance, let me tell you where my people are wrong. Chud the Builder went to that courthouse, found the first black person he could see, went up to him, started provoking him with his racist rhetoric. And when the black person got on his ass, he shot him 5 times and accidentally shot himself. 6 out of 7 shots hit somebody. Chud the Builder is in jail, not the black person who put his hands on Chud the Builder first. We ain't complaining about that, are we? But we ain't looking at this the same way. And that's where the mistake is. And I'm gonna just end it right here, man. Listen, I think that Karmelo Anthony seemed to be an exceptional child. Played basketball, played football, no criminal record, 3.7 grade point average. He was destined to go to college and do great things. I don't really know too much about the background of Austin Metcalf, but what I will say is he didn't deserve to die. Now, a fight could have ensued, whatever. But this is why I urge people to talk to their children about how the ego and one wrong decision could change your whole life. Karmelo made a terrible decision and he's going to have to pay for it because that's just the way the judicial system works in this country. Now, I don't know how the judge is going to sentence him. He was a minor when he did it, but at 17 you can be charged as an adult. And all I got to say is good luck to him. We'll know within probably tomorrow, the way that this courtroom is moving at the pace they're going. We'll probably know tomorrow what his sentence is. So I'll say good luck to him, and I'd like to say condolences to Austin Metcalf. I hope the family can find some peace, especially his brother. Losing a twin brother seemed like that's a whole different situation. So with that being said, I'll just say this, man. I pray that everybody could just, from now on, when it comes to these type of cases, look at the logic. Look at the facts. Stop pressing your own agendas. This is about 2 kids. One is dead and one is possibly going to jail for life. But instead, people are making it about their own agendas. People want to be seen. I seen a woman with a QT cup and some wine, talking about, I'm a black woman and I have black boys, but I have to look at this and put my race to a side, but I can't send a black man to jail. Like, drunk and don't know what she's talking about. White people talking about hanging this man, firing squads, but then saying the black people are racist. This country is falling apart. Y'all let me know what y'all think about this, man. Like, share, subscribe, comment, hit that notification bell. And we out, baby. Ooh.
Big Just LaFlare.
It's him.